Do you ever wonder how animals survive the harshest winters? Today we're diving deep into the world of hibernating animals and uncovering the secrets behind their incredible survival strategies. As the world outside freezes, a hidden kingdom enters a state of suspended animation, a profound slumber that defies the very essence of life and death. This is the world of deep hibernation, a remarkable adaptation that allows creatures great and small to outlast the barren, food-scarce months. In this educational wildlife video, we will explore the most extraordinary animal survival strategies ever evolved. We're about to embark on a journey to count down the top 10 hibernating animals, from the smallest mammals to the most resilient reptiles. We will witness how these creatures push the boundaries of physiology, capable of shutting down their bodies to a near standstill. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video for more amazing nature facts. Your support allows us to continue bringing you these glimpses into the planet's most astonishing phenomena. Our journey begins in the deep, silent darkness of a cave, a subterranean sanctuary from the biting winter winds above. Here we find our first master of hibernation, the bat. These remarkable flying mammals, so active in the summer skies, undergo a profound transformation as temperatures plummet. They gather in vast congregations known as hibernacula, seeking the stable, cool conditions that caves and old mines provide. Look closely. Hanging upside down, clustered together for warmth, their tiny bodies become almost lifeless. A bat's heart rate, normally a frantic 400 beats per minute during flight, can slow to a mere 25 beats per minute. Its breathing becomes so shallow and infrequent that it might take a breath only once every hour. This drastic metabolic suppression is the key to their survival, a way to make a limited store of fat last for many months. Emerging from the subterranean world, we now find ourselves in the frosted gardens and woodlands of Europe. Here another small mammal prepares for its own winter trial. It is the hedgehog, a creature whose survival strategy is as iconic as its spiny coat. As autumn fades, the hedgehog embarks on a frantic search, not for food but for a safe and secluded place to sleep. Once a suitable spot is found, the hedgehog meticulously constructs a nest, weaving together a thick blanket of leaves, grass, and moss. With its winter home prepared, the hedgehog performs its famous disappearing act. It curls into a tight, almost impenetrable ball. Its body temperature can drop to as low as 2 degrees Celsius, a state of profound torpor. It appears to be dead, cold to the touch, its breathing barely perceptible. But this is a carefully managed state. This deep sleep is not continuous. Periodically, perhaps every week or two, the hedgehog will partially awaken. We now turn our attention from the world of warm-blooded mammals to the ancient lineage of reptiles. Our next survivor, the box turtle, has an ingenious solution. It does not flee the cold, it buries itself within it. Using its sturdy legs, it begins to excavate, burrowing deep into the earth until it reaches the frost line. This subterranean chamber is its winter sanctuary, the depth at which the ground does not freeze. Once interred, its world slows to a near standstill. Its heart may beat only once every few minutes. Unlike hibernating mammals, which rely on stored fat, brumating turtles have a much slower metabolism and can survive on the energy stored in their liver. For months, the box turtle waits patiently in its earthen tomb. Above, the world is locked in ice and snow. When the warmth of spring finally penetrates the ground, it will slowly, stiffly begin to move, having used the earth itself as a shield against winter's icy grasp. Our search for remarkable hibernators now takes us to a land of evolutionary oddities, the island of Madagascar. Here, in the dry, deciduous forests, we find a creature that shatters our expectations of where hibernation can occur. This is the fat-tailed dwarf lemur, the only primate known to hibernate for an extended period in the wild, adapted not for a cold winter but for a long, hot and punishing dry season. To survive this period of famine, the lemur finds a hollow in a tree, a space often just large enough for it to curl up inside. The fat tail in its name is the secret to its success. The tail swells, becoming a plump sausage-like larder that it will live off for the duration of its long sleep. It is a living pantry, a perfect example of how evolution shapes bodies for specific challenges. Once sealed in its treehole refuge, the lemur's body undergoes a dramatic change, allowing its internal thermostat to fluctuate with the ambient temperature. This groundbreaking discovery has reshaped our understanding of hibernation, proving it is not solely a cold climate adaptation. We now take to the skies, or rather to the ground where a certain bird settles for the winter. The world of birds is typically defined by motion, flapping, soaring and migrating to escape the cold. Yet, here in the arid landscapes of western North America, we find an exception that proves the rule, the common poorwill. This small, nocturnal bird possesses a truly remarkable ability. It is the only bird known to enter a state of true, prolonged hibernation. When winter approaches and its insect prey vanishes, the bird's body temperature can plummet to as low as 5 degrees Celsius. Its transformation is astonishing. Its metabolism slows by up to 90% and it becomes cold, stiff, and seemingly lifeless. This state is so profound that early naturalists who discovered them in this condition believed they were dead. The name given to the poorwill by the Hopi people is Holchoko, which translates to the sleeping one. When spring returns, this sleeping one will awaken, ready to fill the night air with its distinctive call once more. Our journey now leads us to the damp, leaf-littered floor of the North American forests. Here we encounter a creature whose winter survival strategy seems to defy the laws of biology itself. This is the wood frog. As winter's frost creeps across the land, the wood frog does not burrow deep into the earth. Instead, it allows itself to freeze solid. This is not a metaphor. For weeks on end, the wood frog is, for all intents and purposes, a solid block of ice. Its heart stops beating, its breathing ceases, all brain activity comes to a halt. More than 65% of the water in its body turns to ice, a condition that would be instantly fatal for almost any other vertebrate. The secret lies in a kind of natural antifreeze. As ice crystals begin to form, the frog's liver pumps massive quantities of glucose into its cells. Essentially, the frog freezes on the outside while its vital inner machinery is preserved in a sugary, unfrozen state. When the warmth of spring finally arrives, the process reverses. The frog thaws from the inside out. Within a few hours, its heart flickers back to life, making it one of the most extreme and astonishing hibernators on the planet. We now arrive at an animal that is perhaps more famous for predicting the weather than for its own remarkable biology. This is the groundhog, or woodchuck, but behind the myth lies a true master of hibernation. Groundhogs are expert excavators. Their winter burrow is a complex, multi-chambered affair that can extend up to 50 feet long. Deep within this subterranean fortress, the groundhog prepares a special chamber, insulated with grass and leaves. Before retreating for the winter, the groundhog embarks on a feeding frenzy, consuming vast quantities of vegetation to build up thick layers of fat. Once it has reached its peak weight, it waddles into its winter chamber and begins one of the most profound hibernations known to science. Its body undergoes an almost complete shutdown. Its heart rate slows from 80 beats per minute to just 5. Its breathing becomes so slow and shallow that it may only take 2 breaths per minute, burning its fat reserves at an incredibly slow rate. The legend of Groundhog Day is rooted in this biological reality. The groundhog's emergence is a genuine sign that the worst of winter may be over. This creature is more than just a furry meteorologist. It is a symbol of endurance, a testament to the power of a long winter's sleep. Our quest now takes us back across the Atlantic, to the ancient woodlands and hedgerows of Europe. Here, a tiny, nocturnal creature prepares for one of the longest and deepest slumbers in the animal world. This is the European dormouse, an animal whose life is so dominated by sleep that its very name is derived from the French word dormir, meaning to sleep. The dormouse is capable of remaining in a state of torpor for 6 months or more, sometimes even longer if the spring is delayed. In late autumn, it feeds intensively on energy-rich foods like hazelnuts, berries, and seeds, doubling its body weight. The dormouse crafts a small, spherical nest from shredded bark, moss, and leaves. This insulated sphere will be its world for the entire winter. Once inside, its body temperature drops to match its surroundings, often hovering just above 0 degrees Celsius. It is so deeply asleep that it can be handled without waking. This profound state of inactivity allows it to conserve its precious fat stores with incredible efficiency, stretching a small amount of fuel over an immense period of time. The dormouse's reliance on a long, unbroken hibernation makes it particularly vulnerable to habitat loss and climate change. Its long sleep is a finely tuned adaptation, a delicate dance with the seasons. The dormouse is a master of this art. We now travel to the far north, to the harsh, unforgiving landscapes of the Arctic tundra. Here lives a hibernator that pushes the very limits of what is biologically possible. This is the Arctic ground squirrel. For more than half the year, the Arctic is a frozen wasteland. To survive, the ground squirrel retreats to a burrow dug deep into the permafrost. Here it will spend up to 8 months in a state of hibernation that witnesses the lowest body temperatures ever recorded in a mammal. As the squirrel enters torpor, its core body temperature plummets below freezing. Scientists have recorded temperatures as low as -2.9 degrees Celsius. The squirrel's blood remains liquid through supercooling, where the absence of impurities prevents ice crystals from forming. Its heart rate slows to a single beat per minute. Its brain activity becomes almost flat, except for periodic bursts from the hypothalamus. Every few weeks it will shiver violently for 12 to 15 hours, raising its body temperature back to normal before letting it plummet again. The energy cost of these rewarming episodes is enormous, consuming the vast majority of its winter fat reserves. The Arctic ground squirrel is actively managing a state of near death for months on end, making it one of the most extreme survivors on our planet. We have arrived at the pinnacle of our countdown with an animal that has become the very symbol of winter sleep, the bear. Whether it's the grizzly of North America, the brown bear of Europe, or the black bear found across continents, these magnificent animals are the most famous hibernators of all. Their ability to endure months without eating, drinking, or passing waste is a marvel of physiology. Technically, what bears do is often debated. Some scientists prefer the term torpor because their body temperature only drops by about 10 degrees. The bear's den is its winter kingdom. It might be a cave, a hollow log, or a burrow dug into a hillside. Inside, the bear enters its slumber. But this is not a sleep from which it cannot be roused, a crucial adaptation for defense. Most remarkably, female bears give birth during this period, nursing their tiny, helpless cubs with rich milk produced from their own fat reserves. The bear's body becomes the ultimate recycling plant, breaking down toxic waste and reusing nitrogen to build new proteins. After months of inactivity, a bear emerges with most of its muscle mass intact, a feat that astonishes medical researchers. By slowing down the processes of life to a gentle hum, the bear conquers the barren season, emerging strong and ready to reclaim its place as ruler of the wilderness. From ancient myths to modern science, the bear's winter sleep has captured our imagination. It is, without a doubt, the king of hibernators. It represents the ultimate act of endurance, a quiet, powerful defiance of winter's harshest realities. So we've explored the top 10 hibernating animals and their amazing survival strategies. From the sub-zero slumber of the Arctic ground squirrel to the iconic deep sleep of the bear, we have seen how life finds a way to persist through the most challenging conditions. These creatures are not merely sleeping, they are performing incredible feats of biological engineering, shutting down their bodies to outlast the barren months. Their stories remind us that the natural world is full of hidden wonders and ingenious solutions that we are only just beginning to understand. If you enjoyed learning about animal survival, like and subscribe for more educational wildlife videos. We want to hear from you. Drop your favorite hibernator in the comments below and let us know if you want a follow-up on migration or other incredible animal adaptations. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the great winter sleep. The resilience and ingenuity of these animals serve as a powerful reminder of the delicate and complex web of life. Thanks for watching. Remember, nature always finds a way. Stay tuned for our next video on the most extreme animal migrations.